Ahoy there, my baby doll baby cakes. I'm going to share with you a strategy. It is not 100% fine-tuned, but it might be able to give us some sort of eye-awakening advantages compared to other people. You see, recently we saw the Solana ecosystem pump, and it took the crypto industry by storm. Not really. The VC insider scum are pushing it out to the channels. They get a nice swoop up, and they all want to exit, okay? But it doesn't really matter, friends. See, at the end of the day, even though you know what's behind the reason of the pump, it doesn't really matter. You still got to respect the pump, right? As Sir Ivan the Great would tell us, respecting the pump. And with the pump comes opportunity. Now, of course, if you're holding Solana, you should be taking profits, clearly. But those people aren't going to listen. They're going to believe in the ecosystem and the JPEG trading and that it's going to flip Ethereum and do the fractal. Of course, they're going to believe in that because VCs, man, they got all the voices. Have you seen the list of how little the payment is these freaking influencers take to shill us garbage? There are dudes out here taking $800, man. $800. Think about it, man. If you had a budget, friends, if you had a position, think about this. If you had a position, you want to exit out 30 million. All right, I'm just telling you this. Why wouldn't you spend $100,000 to literally just get different influencers, just go, hey, talk about Solana, talk about this, talk about that, right? Why wouldn't you? Of course you would. It's nothing out of that piece of pie to be exiting. Now, we don't have confirmation that they do. I'm not saying that Solana does themselves. It's the big ecosystem, so I'm not targeting them, but I'm just opening your mind as to how dirty the game is. Because, now this is something that is not even made up. We saw on-chain, there are VCs sending big amounts of Solana to exchanges to dump while the pump is happening, right? So they've been waiting the whole time like, oh, sweet. They're licking their lips and they're doing that, okay? Now, as you see this, if you are pessimistic and you sit on the sidelines, you're never going to win in investing, especially in crypto, because optimists win. Optimists, people who are cautiously optimistic, always looking for a brighter future, always thinking that solutions are going to get solved, FUD's going to dissipate, people are going to wiggle their way out of the bad times. Those are the people who end up making it. Now, when it comes to pumps with the Solana ecosystem, I want to show you something because I figured out kind of a new strategy, but it's not so easy, friends. So it's not automatic, but what you have to do is when a coin and its ecosystem pumps, you have to transfer bridge money over and just wait, okay? Just wait, because the meme coin factory scammers are going to start making coins. Now, in any other environment or market condition, that's a recipe for disaster. You just keep losing, but you might get lucky enough to find some groups that keep giving big gains. Now, this is what happened with the Solana ecosystem. So this random coin called a dog with a hat here did a 243x, and this is literally in just like 2 weeks, okay? 243x, and here is Honk, which went up 52x. By the way, this is literally within just a few hours, man. So look, please don't think, oh, I've solved it. No, there's a lot of coins that do this. There's the Ethereum meme coin factory. So those people, they're truly scum, okay? So you can even see it right now. That's why I'm here just to identify it for you. The Ethereum meme coin scammers are now launching their coins on Solana because of its recent pump. This was me posting it early in December, okay? But these are towards the tail end of the moves, not at the beginning. Hyper risk degen warning. So we're learning something about the market and its behavior, all right? If we can see this later on in different stages of Bitcoin thrusting up and then stopping and other coins thrusting up, we will be able to take advantage of it, and we'll be able to get a very clear blue ocean read of the market. And by the way, friends, I just want to remind you that I'd like to give you some nice little juicy heavy beats, by the way. This is called laser beats, by the way. I named it. All right? Always cranking it for you. Don't worry. Always going to make it, friends. Whenever you see these things appear in the market, by the time everybody realizes, it's too late. All right? So now this is why, friends, when you're in the game a lot, you learn a lot of things. You have to smell a lot of chairs. You got to sit with your straight back. You drink your orange juice, 3 ice cubes. So when you see these things happening, what I'm thinking is when we eventually do stop for Bitcoin, it might not be how everybody else thinks we're going to stop at the very end of the cycle, that final mania. You see, back in how we've been going for the recent bear market, Bitcoin did not have any of these giant capitulations, okay? It had like these little staircases, this grinding zone down here, all right? And if you go down to a weekly chart, you might even be able to see it more clearly because this is super important. I just want to tell you, markets mirror themselves in terms of fractals and patterns. So this is what it was like at the bottom. It's like, like these staircases, and now we're actually staircasing back up. That's really important. So what that means is actually, let's hop on back in and let's actually see. Look at this, friends. You see, this was USDCD pegging. But look at this. Up here was literally Pepe season. Up here. You see that? You see how there's no blow off top. It's just up, down, left, right. See that pattern here? This is just like nothing's going on. Now, well, all I'm thinking of, friends, in the future, let's say we teleport to 2025. Whether Bitcoin is 100K, 120, I don't really care, okay, at this point. But if we're here doing this pattern, okay, guess what, friends? I think everyone's going to say, hey, we've got one more final rush up, one more parabola, but that actually might be the top. So I'm trying to get ahead of the game. Now, what I noticed is, and what, if you've paid attention to my channel, you've noticed is, do you remember those squiggly lines up and down where Pepe was launched? All right, you can see it right now. You can see when Pepe was launched, friends, this is, and Pepe season started happening. Look what Bitcoin was doing. Up and down, just actually going nowhere. It really was going sideways. Green, red, green, red, green, right? So we might find, because we're trying to imagine that future, we might find that when we are up there and we're seeing Bitcoin go green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, okay? We have to be on the lookout. We might see a lot of those poopy coins. And the meme factory people start making their trash. They are end of cycle stuff, okay? Here's the thing. You don't know how low the dip is going to be, but you just know it's, we've run out of buyers, warning sign. Come with me. I'm going to share with you something too. This is going to surprise you too. I mean, I don't know if you remember, guys, but Ethereum, Vitalik, okay, Ethereum Foundation, they dumped ETH up here as well. All right, so you see that? So firstly, you had Pepe here and you had ETH dumping. You had Ethereum Foundation dumping. You see that? Like warning sign, okay? Now, of course, we ended up going higher. Why? We're early in the cycle. But you can see this September was really bad. And by the way, everybody was really scared here too. Then this was the Roca Negra ETF filing. And here was a September FUD while we're just going down. Why? And we're able to get rescued. But eventually, we won't get rescued. So what I'm doing is we got our microscope, okay? Not to look at small willies, but to investigate the pattern of what everyone's doing right now. And trust me, it actually continues later on. It's that type of mania, okay? So this type of pattern that we're seeing is Bitcoin at its tops when Bitcoin runs out of buyers. So after it's exhausted buyers, it's not doing blow off tops anymore. Okay, so if we go back here, okay, it's not doing these types of moves like this, like whoa, you know what I mean? That's crossing the chasm because Bitcoin's now too mature. Okay, we're not doing these types of giant moves anymore, even though everybody wants it. You see that? We're not getting them anymore. Instead, we're getting this methodical, mature type of move. So that's the first thing we've been able to identify. And that's going to be really important. Why? Because at the top of the bull market, everyone's going to say, no, this can't be the top because Bitcoin's been going sideways. We haven't been moving, all right? So we already know from 2021, Bitcoin doesn't have to do a blow off top and it can send the whole crypto industry down to freaking zero. And that could be the top, okay? Because there's a lot of scammers and thievers and the Bitcoin miners are dumping, even though they say they're pro Bitcoin, they're just dumping everything up there. Okay, they're absorbing everything and everything just gets chugged. It's becoming more efficient, friends. So I just say it's scamming, but it's a market that's becoming more mature. The volatility is dampening. Okay, but I'll use the word scammers because I want you to know they are our enemy. They are the people pushing and paying for positive media in the news. Like they're paying like these Cointelegraph type of medias. They're paying them thousands of dollars just to write. Like you're some little poor little journalist. You'll take $3,000 to talk about pro bullish Bitcoin like every day for the month. Of course you would, right? That's what they all do, and they help push out the narrative, right? Then it's basically to get everyone not to think about the sell button while they are selling, while the insiders are selling. All right, and remember, just because Bitcoin was a fair launch with Satoshi doesn't mean it doesn't have insiders. Of course, it does have insiders, friends. People who have information about the future are insiders, okay? Roca Negra were buying in 2022. They control the future, okay? They were buying Bitcoin in 2022. They not only control the future, they know the future. They are the future. They knew the ETF was coming, okay? So that's super important. So we're learning, okay, Bitcoin can have a round at the top, okay, at the top. So even though Bitcoin might go to 80K, friends, I'm just drawing you out a signal right now, okay? Let's just draw some real signals. It doesn't have to be 80K, so don't even worry about the exact price. But we could be somewhere in 2025, right? And Bitcoin, this could be the top. So everyone's looking like, whoa, let's go parabolic. But it could just be like, it could just do that. And then, it could just do that, right? Okay, it doesn't have to do a big spike up. It could just go, wow, what's going on here? And then finally it's done. So that's something we're learning, right? Another thing we're learning, common theme, any ecosystem that pumps, meme coins start to get created straight away. They're very fast. Problem is, right, so I wanted to be part of our strategy, but it's very tough, okay? I have not sniffed anyone who is consistently, with a good enough win rate, catching those meme coins at the tail end. It really is random. And I'm not saying we shouldn't focus on it, but the odds really suck. I've seen some like on-chain stats. There's guys out there, they'll have a win rate between 9 and 35%. Do you want to punt in that? I don't really punt in that type of world, friends. I want to swing for the fences, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go and throw like, yeah, let's go 50 bullets here and there, you know? When it comes to like meme coins, 50 bullets, right? No projects, no nothing. They're just launching out of nowhere. But you can see how signs of things getting hot, they start showing like, you know, there are things out there in the universe that appear. So you're just seeing like, oh, wow, that's minting more meme coins on Solana, and these things start pumping, right? So the good thing is, right, when we are at that macro top, because that's what we've got to be dreaming about this every day, friends. This is it. We got to blink it. All right, we have to win. Or at least have to remember we have to make money up there. So we have to make sure we're not caught with our pants down. We make money no matter what. Okay, so at that top, there will be opportunities to participate in the casino without harming yourself too much, right? So I like that I've been able to discover this for all of us, because now the universe is sending us a signal, right? It's saying, hey, at that macro crypto top, no one's going to know it's the top, right? If you take profits out of your coins, there will be degenerate activity flying for you to participate with a tiny bit of your size, keep you entertained. That's really important, all right? So I'll just give you an example. Let's say someone out there, let's say they 10x the whole portfolio. They turn 100 grand, they get at $1 million at the top because they bought enough. It is what it is. And they get out, okay? Now, I'm telling you right now, it's not easy, all right? It's not easy at all, because everybody's going to be calling you a loser. They're going to say, you're an idiot. You faded me before. You're gonna get it wrong again. You're going to get wrecked. You're definitely getting wrong. Remember, we've got Roca Negra ETF, all these other ETFs. Look at all these professional analysts who say we're going higher, and they go blah, 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 blah. Keep flapping your lips, okay? Because you don't know, by you even propagating their names, you're making them more powerful for them to like basically just either shark you or just keep being stupid, okay? So they're not your friends. They're really not your friends. I'm your friend, okay? I'm here to actually teach you how to win the game, okay? Because I'm here to win the game, and guess what? We're a tiny little drop in the ocean. We don't impact anything, okay? So we can actually all win. Now, when it comes to this game, I like imagining this casino, this world, this timeline where you've exited quite a bit and you got itchy fingers, all right? Now, the right thing to do is to close your eyes and say, okay, I'm going to revisit in 12 months. I've exited like, 65% of my portfolio. I've still got 35% exposure. I'm not going to touch anything. But I know that's unrealistic. Good thing is though, you now know there'll be a sea of poop coins flying around. Some sort of signal just to tell you, man, these things are really hot. People are really, really getting bored. So, for example, during this time of these coins going down, people are saying, well, Pulse Chain ecosystem's not going up. There's other ecosystems aren't going up either. But you can't be angry with the market. You just say, okay, in this round of buyers, no one was interested. Okay, so you got to remember, after certain ecosystem coins pumped, the degenerate roller coaster cycle money in there, they wanted to move into hot, impulsive, on the spot trash meme coins, and they just want to gamble. Okay, that's a sign of irrational exuberance, a sign of we've run out of buyers. Okay, because now it's people just playing with their winnings. Okay, it's not actually new money coming in. Most of the time, you're exhausting all the money. So we're learning as this process goes on, friends, because, I make a lot of content, but I'm here to tell you, man, there's stuff that comes in every day, right? And no, like coming, it's friendly show. Behave. I am reading this information differently, I've noticed, than the grifters who are trying to tell us, golly gee, this coin's at $10, but it's going to $1,000 when they got their ICO at like 4 cents. All right, so these types of people, either they're willfully not looking at these signals or they just can't, and they're just not bothered. Okay, I'm here 18 hours a day. So I'm in here participating in public markets with you. It's going to be great. Quite a journey, friends. We've already learned a lot, but now we're going like really deep. Okay, I know, like deep, because the tricks and the secrets and the mind of the market in each cycle, there were little clues along the path of the cycle for you to figure out, okay, we're in super, super hot danger zone, all right? Unfortunately, though, they change every cycle. So with our cycle, I hope us being here, right, committed, dedicated, and fighting all the FUD and not caring what the soy boy cucks say, we're going to get one step closer to nailing it, all right? But, at the end of the day, let me tell you something too. There really is no reason to be really, really upset or worried, because at the end of the day, we've got a weekly super trend. So this weekly super trend, I mean, it's not perfect, but you can tell, okay, if it flips red after some sort of euphoria, you can get out. All right. Now, obviously, you might say, well, I'm just going to be lazy and just use the super trend. That's okay. The problem is, if I just show you again, just to remind you, okay, the Bitcoin super trend, when it flips red here, for example, let's say you've like nailed the perfect of when it flips red, from the top, your portfolio in Bitcoin is down 38%, and you can double that for altcoins pretty much, almost. So you're down 65 to 70% in altcoins. So when the trend has confirmed, we go, big macro bad trend coming, like it's confirmed now, you're down 70%. So that is why we want to take advantage of these little signals that appear, just in case we can get an idea that, hey, that weekly, because when you find these ideas, friends, the trend's still going to be green. You know what I mean? The trend's still going to be green. It's going to be in green la la land, right? So if you can get an inkling that, hey, we might be flipping it, right, and before the candles come, you make a lot of money. You actually kill it. You'll destroy everybody, because everybody who's smart is going to wait for the confirmation and get out at minus 70%. And guess what? That's only like 1 in 10 people. 9 out of 10, they don't even get it at minus 70%. In fact, that's how everybody got to where we are today. Everyone's bag holding minus 95% down. They just refuse to get out. Because, I'm not selling at minus 75% down. Well, just at this price before, right? So now you can see the game. This is the type of stuff. The people actually winning, like GCR and the Grim Reaper and all those people who aren't like shilling just to their audience. That's how these people are actually winning, friends. This is what Jesse Livermore did. This is people who traded, the Great Depression or the 1987 crash. If you're thinking about Paul Tudor Jones, looking at the Elliott waves, just this weird stuff appears in the universe. So if we're here, maybe we'll be lucky enough to dodge what's coming around the corner. But before that, we're going to make some sick gains. Make sure you like, subscribe, belly button all. Don't forget to tell mum and dad they are both my Habibis. Catch you soon.